Chapter 6.10 Consequences. The stage broke into bedlam. Ironhide smashed security bots into the ground, tore the performance bots limb from limb, and a mob rioted on stage. Yana joined in, her face brimming with rage-filled bliss, until Retta yelled over to her. "Hey, we have to go!" "No, we need to find Luca. Luca isn't here, and if you get caught, you won't ever find him. Let's go." Retta dragged Yana by the arm and looked for Karada amidst the chaos. Karada was at center stage, frozen and shell-shocked. She finished her song, but wasn't prepared for the chaos it created. Karada stood like a doll, and as Retta approached, she yelled her name. "Karada! Over here!" She didn't move. She was absolutely petrified. Retta ran to Karada, grabbed her by the hand, and pulled her out from the mayhem. "Come on, work with me!" Retta had Karada frozen like a puppy in one hand, and Yana in the other, chomping at the bit to get back in the action. She dragged them away, weaved between security, dodged wrecked bots and their debris, and sidestepped rogue fists flying in the air. Retta narrowly dragged Karada and Yana backstage. She swung the rear exit door open, pulled Karada and Yana through, and shut the door behind her. Red caught her breath, wiped away her sweat, and was thankful no bots tailed them. She pressed her back to the door, while Karada quivered with fear, and Yana crossed her arms and anxiously tapped her feet against the pavement. Yana wasn't as happy to be free. "Red, we should be in there. Please, just give me a sec." Retta raised her open hand with an exasperated breath. "I don't want to have to save you from Luca. Again." Yana went quiet, and Retta took a deep breath and finally regained composure. She pressed her ear to the door, listened in, and heard the commotion, but no one followed them. They had a moment to breathe. "All right, we're good. Let's get out of here." "What about the girl?" Yana said and looked at Karada, still frozen with fear. "She'll be fine. What if they see her?" Retta took off her red scarf and wrapped it around Karada like a hooded shawl, obscuring her face beneath the fabric. "It's not perfect, but it'll do. Just hold my hand, all right?" Retta said, and with a meek, gentle grip, Karada held on as Retta led her and Yana back to the ship. Back on the junk dog, Retta brought a tin can filled with warm water and steeping tea to Karada and Yana in the common room. "Sorry, we don't have much to offer," she said, and placed the tin cans on the table. "Be careful with your lips on the edge. It can be sharp, and the can might be hot." She sat beside them and turned on Tobias's monitor. The news was ablaze with reports from the Glass Palace. The stage was littered with bot debris. The Ironhide wrecked every single one that Nexus supplied. Reports came in that Nexus would divest their presence on EO, and when a reporter asked about Leaky Eye Luca's rumored involvement, they denied any allegations. Meanwhile, the news reported singer Karada Al-Maldani was missing, and even worse, was wanted by Stars for instigating a riot. Stella, her manager, was nowhere to be found. Retta shifted uncomfortably next to Karada. "I'm sorry. I didn't mean to drag you into this." Karada blew the steam off her tea and quietly said, "It's okay. I chose to do it." "What's your plan now?" Retta asked. "I don't know." Karada looked at her reflection in her tea. "This is all I had." Retta felt bad and questioned what she did. Did I just manipulate this girl and leave her homeless all over again? She had to make it up to Karada. "If you need a place to stay, you can stay with us," Retta said, but in the back of her mind, she knew Tobias would not be happy about it. Karada timidly nodded her head. This didn't go as Retta imagined it. She thought she'd save this girl, break her free, and Karada would be grateful and excited. Instead, Retta set fire to the only home Karada knew. "We can follow those bots," Retta added, "and bring your message to the Outer Reach." That didn't make Karada feel better. All it did was make her quietly say, "Stella always wanted me to go to the Outer Reach." Yikes. But then, Karada smiled. It was small, but she smiled. and the baton glowed. She wanted my message to be heard, and maybe going there, on my own, is exactly what she would have wanted me to do. Retta agreed. Yeah, I think she would have. Kurata then asked Retta, "What about you?" "Well, I'm looking for Celeste, and if these bots and Luca are the way to find her, then I'm going to follow them too." Kurata looked around, turned back to Red, and whispered, "May I ask you something?" "Sure." Kurata silenced the conversation between them. Retta felt the sound around them disappear, and Kurata put a delicate finger to her lips and smiled. "You're Celeste Starlight's daughter, aren't you?" The baton burned bright at Retta's wrist. Retta looked and saw another musical note branch from her original connection to Kurata. It expanded her ever-growing tattoo. "Don't worry," Kurata said. "I won't tell." And Retta could feel that was the truth. "Yeah," Retta said. "My mom's Celeste Starlight." "That makes sense." "Does it?" "You both have a similar way about you," Kurata said. "It's a good thing." That warmed Retta's heart, and the silence bubble faded away. "I think Luca was after my mom, and now's after me." Yana lurched up off the couch, her shoulders slouched and her elbows resting on her knees. "Then we hunt him first." Kurata and Retta both turned to Yana. "Luca wants me too, so let's find him first." Retta got a flutter of excitement. "So you're with us too then, Yana?" "If you're hunting Luca, then I'm with you," Yana said. "Besides, my sister's in the outer reach. Once I find Luca, I'm going to find her." Your sister." Retta mulled it over for a moment, thinking about her brother. "I wonder if Felix is still in the outer reach too." "Felix?" Kurata asked. "My brother." Retta let the thought come and leave before saying to the others, "Well, it looks like we have a crew." The hull doors opened, and from the rain, Tobias made his way in, soaked to the bone. He stomped in, left damp boot trails behind him, and saw the three of them in the common room. "Well then," he said, "we got a full ship." He walked past them, uncharacteristically quiet and sober. Retta expected him to be angry, mad, sarcastic, something more like him. But he was quiet, and Retta noticed a fang necklace dangling in his right hand. "New necklace, Tobias?" "Nah, not new. From an old friend." He paused as he said it, and looked at Kurata. "Kurata, right?" She was surprised he addressed her directly. Yes, that is me." "An old Ironhide friend of mine saw your performance." He paused, and Retta couldn't tell if it was the rain or the faintest shimmer of a tear that welled in his eyes. "She said she was real proud of you."